Grand rising, grand arrival, grand return. Peace and blessings to the righteous and repentant alike. I am Sophia of the Americana Band of Indians, and this is your daily transmutation report where we practice manipulating the incoming rays to the earth in a format that best serves our Creator. Today is Friday, September 20th, 2024, 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, coming to you from the Sunshine State. We have our sun at 27 degrees of Virgo. We have our moon at 0 degrees of Taurus. And so we have a lot more energy building up. Yesterday was kind of like the check to see, okay, how did this new moon, full moon eclipse, which I forgot to mention was an eclipse. Anyway, how did this full moon eclipse take? And now we're back. Now now we're into the energy of basically seeing what are the results, like what are your responses are going to be. So I would say in this energy, just mind your business, mind your manners, and respond in from your new elevated position and not from your low position that you went into when you came into this eclipse cycle. Okay, so we have a big trine going on, a square. Uranus is trine the sun at 27 degrees of Virgo and 27 degrees of Taurus respectively. And then the sun is trine Pluto. I don't know why I keep saying all the planets wrong. Sun is trine Pluto. Pluto's at 29 degrees of Capricorn, and then Pluto at 29 degrees is square the moon at 0 degrees of Taurus. Then we have an opposition between Neptune and the sun. So we have a flowing energy between Uranus and the sun, and an opposition energy between Neptune and the sun, and also this black moon Lilith, which is at 28 degrees, and Vulcan, which is at 27 degrees. So Vulcan is at 27 degrees with the sun, and black moon is on the other side. So they're kind of like protecting the sun, but this is a lot of energy. We also have this in conjunct energy between Saturn and Juno, and also between Uranus and Venus. So a lot of active energies. But when I see Saturn trine the sun and Neptune opposite the sun, that is a really, really big energy. Because remember, Uranus is related to innovation, individuality, and disruption. Neptune is related to spirituality, imagination, transcendence, and it's also where we're gaslit. So you have energies you have to be able to decipher which energies are giving you the truth about the matter and which energies are trying to gaslight you. And you have to be able to distinguish between these two things. So like I said, you could have things come up today that are kind of trying to do a heart check to see, okay, what is your response now? So my advice before I even did all this was still correct, is more than likely there's going to be some checking to see if the energy that was sent to you took, if it's grounded, if it's rooted, and first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna give you a challenge to see if you can tell the difference between the gaslighting energies and the the disruption energies, because they look similar. Like when you think about being disrupted versus being gaslit, these things could look it's very, very similar, but only one is going to be in your best interest. And so this is where the test is going to come. All right, we're on day 18 of the moon cycle. We have a 17.6 day old moon, a waning gibbous moon. It has 90.8% illumination with a moon set time of 10:02 a.m. and a moon rise time of 9:08 p.m. All right, our governor for today is Imzit, and the 18th head of the moon sphere informs the spiritualite of secret methods which enable him to become invisible by the help of moon spirituality, moon Kabbalah, moon spirituality, which is moon Kabbalah, moon beings, and the Akasha principle. Apart from that, Imzit informs the spiritualite of the laws of materialization and dematerialization, not only in respect to the astral body, but also in respect of physical matter. This head is rightly regarded as the initiator into spiritual transmutation. So again, this is exactly going to show up as, are you going to believe the disrupting energy that's really good for you, or are you going to believe the beautiful lie that Neptune will spin for you that's really bad for you? And this guy who knows how to become invisible maybe will help you just miss the energy of the false one altogether, so that you never have to experience it if you acknowledge that this energy is out there to help you. All right, so for our astrotarography sun sign decan, we are in 10 of cups, which is love, satisfaction, and harmony. This can be transmuted by utilizing the 10 of coins, which is carefree, harmony, and happy love, through the lens of the 7th house in Pisces, which is admit when you are no longer in contact with reality. So again, there are times when, you know, the reality of things is presenting you one thing, which is the Neptune energy, but the shock and awe of it all is really what is true. And that would be the Uranus in this case for the placements that are going on today. So you really want to, admit you're not in a contact with the reality, the gaslighting they're trying to gaslight you into, and say, nah, I'm not really in contact with that, because it's not a part of who you are. And you basically, if you're using the moon governor for today, you can become invisible to the reality that these people are trying to sell you, and only appear in the reality which is of your best interest. So that's what the energy feels like for today. All right, so for the North Node decan, we have the 2 of Wands, which is plans, travel, and new ideas. This is our outside influence card and also a Jezebel card. And this can be transmuted by using the 2 of Swords, which is indecision, solutions, and difficulties. And this is our intuition card through the lens of the 1st house in Libra, which is to find yourself in others and look for your balance. So now is the time to look out on the world that they're trying to project onto you, and find yourself in those people who are still navigating that world, so that you can use your Venus energy, which we'll talk about in a minute, to give the proper information to the proper person. This feels like, in general, these 3 cards together definitely feel like being the hands and the feet of the Most High, like showing people how the Most High shows up, being the icon of the Most High. Let's go on to the last one. The Tree of Life yearly progressions and predictions. We are in Venus energy, and remember, this is all about your values. This goes until October the 17th, and we have the 8 of Swords, which is overthinking, self-criticism, and entrapment. This can be transmuted by utilizing the 8 of Wands, which is travel, movement, and communication, through the lens of the 9th house in Gemini, which is learn how to properly use words and wisdom. Again, being able to, admit you're not in contact with reality because you have the physical abundance, the physical reparations that you have demanded, and then you use your intuition to find yourself and others, to see how other people are struggling, and bring and understand, have a deep understanding, a deep intuition on what it is that they're going through, because you have also been there. And then now finally finishing it up with being able to say the right thing to the right person to help them make it through their day, like to be the icon of God. Like, this is literally what this energy is all bringing up. So if you enjoy this type of astrology content, please feel free to join us over on YouTube, where my handle is Sophia Spiritualite. Thank you so much for joining us for today's daily transmutation report. Peace and blessings, and we'll see you tomorrow.